Hello and welcome. David Baker here with the Wisdom for Life podcast. I want to give you a thought for the day. Are you willing? Are you willing? It's amazing how many things we say, I can't do that, I can't do that, I can't do that. But are you willing to do what you can do? 2 Corinthians 8:12, for if there first be a willing mind, it is accepted according to that a man hath, and not according to that he hath not. A willing mind. With Solomon, 1 Chronicles 28, verse 9, and thou, Solomon, my son, know thou the God of thy father, and serve him with a perfect heart and with a willing mind. Do you have a willing mind? You know, it's amazing when you look at Jesus. What was he willing to do? He was willing to leave his home. He was willing to become humanity, willing to live in poverty, willing to suffer shame, willing to endure agony, willing to pay the penalty for our sin. Hey, if he was willing to do that, what are you willing to do? Hey, are you willing to read the Bible and pray? Are you willing to be an example? Are you willing to tell us about Jesus? Hey, Jesus gave up his life. What are you willing to give up? Worldly entertainment, comfort, sin, money, reputation? What are you willing to give up? What are you willing to learn? Well, I just don't know how. Okay. Are you willing to learn how to win souls? Are you willing to learn the Bible? Are you willing to learn how to change some things in your life? What are you willing to become? What are you willing to become? A fool for Christ's sake? The Bible says we are. A fanatic? What are you willing to become? It's amazing watching the football fans, boy, freezing cold, sit out there 3 or 4 hours. Boy, they're a fan. What are we willing to become for Jesus? A fan of his? What are you willing to say? What are you willing to say? Jesus said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. While he's on the cross and they're gambling for his clothes, he said, Father, forgive them. What are you willing to say? I'm sorry, or forgive me? Are you willing to tell someone that you care or that you love them? What are you willing to say? What are you willing to stop? Jesus stopped living for us. You willing to stop gossiping, complaining, lust? You willing to stop some of the things that are wrong that we know aren't right in our life? What are you willing to start? Faithful to church, Bible prayer, devotions, winning souls, helping people, being involved. Last, what are you willing to change? What are you willing to change? It's amazing how we look at our life and go, I'm pretty good the way I am. Instead of saying, God, what are you willing to change? We should say to the Lord, Lord, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. Are you willing? Are you willing? Years ago, God called me to preach. I did not want to preach. No way. What a miserable, horrible life that would be to be a preacher. That's literally what I thought. Was I willing? Absolutely not. What happened? Some chastisement, some pain. Okay, all right, I'll surrender. Wow, what a great life. I wonder how many people aren't willing to do what God wants them to do. What if God calls me to be a missionary in Africa? Okay, if he does, then that'll be the best life you could ever have. I've been on the mission field in Africa, and it was amazing. Loved it. One of my best friends spent a decade plus on the mission field in Africa. Another friend is still there on the mission field in Africa. They love it. They felt like they won the lottery in serving God. There's nothing to fear when you are willing to give your life for Christ's sake. God gives you the best life you could ever have. Are you willing? What does God have for you? What does God want for you? Be willing to do and be what God wants. Hey, God bless you and have a great day.